Welcome. How are you doing? Let's take a look and see what your messages are tonight. Though I'm scared, I'm more scared of losing you. That is their message. Yes, I am scared, but I'm actually really scared of losing you. So let's take a look and see what Spirit wants to convey to us tonight. All right. So we have the Four of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Moon, the Five of Swords, the High Priestess, the Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Overall energy for the reading is the Two of Cups. The Two of Beautiful Cups. There goes that gate again. The Two of Cups there. I love the Two of Cups. Two of Cups makes me happy. Two of Cups makes me happy, and it soul connection. All right, so we are connecting with someone deeply at this time. High Priestess, a little bit of silent energy, right? But I still feel you. I still feel the connection. I still feel the vibration. Okay, I still feel the love here. Now, this energy is, this is one of those things where it's like someone's like attempting, right? It's a strong word. Attempting to ignore. I want to get a message before I start decoding each reading here, just to get a better understanding, because I feel like there's something deeper that needs to be heard here. What is Spirit wanting to express at this time? I still secretly long for you. I feel like there's just more that wanted to come in. I still secretly long for you. I still secretly think about you, right? It's not, of course, the loudest energy. Okay, you're the one that I still want. You're the one that I still desire. You are the one that I still desire here. So there's this energy, and of course that would clarify the Two of Cups here, right? The truth of I still want you, although there's a lot of, misunderstandings at this time. I still want you though. All right, and tonight we're entering the space between thoughts and between what's said and what's deeply felt, but of course possibly never voiced, right? Things aren't being voiced tonight. And some of you could feel it, like you could feel the pull. They're also wanting to express, I'm sorry for all the pain that I've caused. I know that I'm like causing some commotion here, and I hope you could forgive me energy here. Okay. Now with this, though I'm scared energy here, I mean, I have to say that this is someone who they're pretending. Okay. They're pretending. Yeah, they are. They're pretending they don't care. They're pretending this is not affecting them. Or you're assuming that. Someone here is assuming that someone doesn't care. And that's far from the truth. That's far from, they may not care the way you want them to show you that they care, but they care, right? They do. They do. Four of Cups energy. This is Four of Cups. Look at that. Could you see it? It's like restless energy. Discontent vibrations here. Like when I toss and turn, I think about you. Okay? I think about us. Distracted also. Like distracted, I would like to say, like when this person tries to distract themselves, it does work temporarily. It does. But even with that Two of Cups, it's really hard to distract yourself. That hard. Like it's not the easiest thing to do. It's not. They could be distracted by, the urge of wanting to call and wanting to pursue things like that. And, they're surrounded with people. They're at work, they're on errands, they're doing certain things, but their eyes are searching for you, right? They're connecting with you. A song comes in, you pop up. Someone's having a conversation, they see a couple, you pop up. Things like that. So the Two of Cups is not letting them out. This person's not getting off the hook very easily. at all. At all, at all. All right. Page of Wands here, or jumping into the Page of Wands energy. You know, the Page of Wands is like, there could be other people around them or someone else is around them currently. Maybe multiple people for some of you. Okay. But no one feels like home. They could be hanging with someone right now, spending time with other people, talking to other people, swiping, right? And of course, this is not something that you're aware of, right? But it's distraction. I keep myself distracted with other people, with other things that puts on the image or the facade that I'm doing well, that everything is fine. But what it's actually doing is it's bringing them right back to you. That's what it's doing. And even with the Three of Cups here, right? The Three of Cups also, it's like it translated into the Page of Wands here. They could be talking to someone about this, like expressing this to someone, telling someone how things happen. They're not telling the full story, though. They're not telling the full story. Expect some sort of communication here. Expect it. It's spontaneous. You know, the retrograde sometimes makes us feel like someone's not coming back, someone doesn't care, someone is, being selfish. And I'm not saying it's not true. It's just one of those things where you don't want to jump to conclusions 100%. You don't. You definitely don't want to do that. Especially with a connection like this here. Assuming and things like that, you could just be assuming from a wounded place or assuming from fear. So you want to be very careful with what you're believing at this time when it comes to what your person's going to do, right? And they are testing the waters, right? They don't want to appear eager. Like, I don't want to appear like I care too much. I don't want to appear like I am begging or that this hurts me here. And they're craving a response from you. After they reach out, they will crave a response. They fear rejection, of course. And I feel like they replay things in their mind. Like, if I were to just show up, if I were to come to your house, if I were to text you right now, what would that do for us? Like, what would that do for the connection? Like, I'm just seeing this person replaying a lot of scenarios in their mind. And with that moon energy here, this is where the secret lives, right here. Right? This is exactly where the secret resides, in that moon energy in their heart, And you don't know, like, only if you knew how this person really felt, right? Only if you knew. You would be shocked, honestly. You would be thrown off, like, really? You? Right? You feel bad for messing this up. You feel like it's your fault. You're taking accountability. Wow. You love me, right? You've never met someone like me before, right? Right? I've heard that before. But some of the things that this person is feeling is like, it's so out of what you're assuming. Like, I just feel like it's far off. Some of you are thinking this person has moved on. They have not. Emotionally, they haven't. Spiritually, they haven't. Two of Cups, they have not. I dream of you. I wake up. You're the first person I think about. I stare at your pictures at times. I fantasize about you. I don't want to scare you by telling you these things, but that's what happens. I'm afraid that you might see my vulnerable side and leave. I'm afraid that you may hear or feel my insecurities and throw it in my face. Some of you are like, I wouldn't do that, but that's what they're thinking. That's what they're thinking, right? That's what they're thinking. And at the same time, they're imagining, what would it be like to tell you that I actually never want to lose you? What would that feel like? Like, how would you respond? Would you giggle? Would you laugh? Would you take me seriously? Would you think I'm joking? Right? Would you actually think I'm joking, or would you brush it off as if I'm not serious? I feel like this person has a tendency of feeling like people don't take their emotions seriously, so they don't express it. So they observe. Your person's very intuitive, by the way. Super intuitive. And for others of you, they know that you could also see through them. That's why they're afraid of meeting up with you. That's why they're afraid of hanging out with you. That's why they've pulled back. It's like, I find myself falling for you, and I don't know if I could handle that. So I rather sit in the Five of Swords. I rather someone here sabotage this connection. Unconsciously, subconsciously, they did it. You know what? I'm going to leave before you leave me. I'm going to wreck this whole thing. I'm going to start an argument. I'm going to keep distance between us. The more distance I keep between us, the better, because I won't get hurt. Right? I won't get hurt. For those that are really wanting to read your person's heart, right? Link in the comment section if you're wanting spirit to break this person down for you. Let you know exactly how they really feel. How they feel. And also I feel like the biggest question is, are they going to allow fear to completely ruin this connection? Are they going to sit in this energy of allowing this connection to just fade out? Right? And how do I go about it so this person could actually, right, come out of the moon energy here? Because there's ways. There's ways. There's ways, everyone. There's ways, okay? We're not just in this relationship and we're powerless and we're helpless, right? Know what your person's going through so you know how to respond. Please don't interrogate this person. Don't do that. It doesn't work for them. They're keeping a secret for a reason, right? Don't mother this person. Don't father this person either. Five of Swords, this is where we are now. We are now. You are, I am, we are now. We're sitting in this place of, dang, someone sabotaged this connection. You sabotaged it so much that now we're sitting in pride, we're sitting in fear, we're sitting in ego. Like, how did we even get here? And I feel like someone here, it's like they got exactly what they wanted. And I don't know why I'm hearing like this person is feeling like they didn't sabotage this connection. It's like, I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Right? So they weaponized all of this and they pushed you away. You know? And just be very careful, because during this push away, we could also like sabotage things also. And I just want to make this clear. So, and some of you may say, well, how can I sabotage it while they're sabotaging it? You could sabotage it by overreacting. You could sabotage it by overdoing. And then immediately this person goes, see, I knew it. And now the blame is completely shifted. Right? Anger could sabotage this. Right? Confronting someone, right, at this time. Being aggressive could sabotage this, because it's like, I'm doing something out of fear and you came in with the Five of Swords and you're not allowing me to see my behavior. Now, I don't see my behavior. I see your behavior. And now you have to apologize for your behavior. So be very careful, please. So we're not in that. It's like, this person lied to me and, I smashed their windows. Now they're not even like able to look at the lie. Now we're worried about the windows that are all knocked out. And that's just an analogy. Okay. I know you wouldn't do that. It's just an analogy of understanding how not to blur someone's behavior. Let them sit in their echo. Let them sit in their truth. Let them sit in their truth, of course, right? High Priestess energy, right? I like this because it's like a reading. They could be getting readings. You could be getting readings. You could just be using your intuition. You could see the next steps. It's like I'm trusting in the divine right now. You already know. I feel like a lot of you that are watching, it's like you already know. You already know that you're connected to them. You already know that you're sitting in their nervous system, in their mind, in their energy. So if I have that much I don't want to say power, but we'll use power. If I have this much power, or if I have this much connect within this person's energy, I don't need to do anything. I don't need to really say anything. I don't need to stress about anything. They're afraid of losing me, but yet I'm acting like I'm afraid of losing them. Why? Because maybe you don't know. Maybe you just don't know how powerful this connection is. Okay. And with the high priestess, their soul calls to yours, like in silence. Silence is driving someone insane here. And it's like you're picking up on their frequency, you're picking up on a lot of things. This bond is spiritual. So what? They haven't spoken to you in a while. This bond is spiritual. I'm not saying sit around and get treated like, like you're not important, right? Because you wouldn't do that to yourself, right? You wouldn't do that to yourself. You wouldn't like keep on showing up for someone that's afraid. Like you wouldn't do that, right? No, you're not doing that. You're not acting like something like you're not, right? Some of us, we're not acting like we're in a committed relationship or we're not doing that, right? Just be very careful. I'm just going to keep on saying this. Be very careful with how you react during this time and how you're reacting moving forward, because they will treat you how you show up. My mentor told me this a long time ago. They will treat you how you show up. You show up with anxious energy, you will be treated like such. You show up like you don't care about yourself, you will be treated like that. You're showing up with begging energy, you'll be treated that way. So just be very careful how you're responding to things. Mercury in retrograde is about thinking and processing, not really talking, right? That's why we have communication issues. Don't talk. Shh. Just relax. The messages are going to come to you. You're in the high priestess. Your intuition is on 10. So you're in a good place, right? Look at this. I see you in my dreams. Of course you do. And I will come back to you when I'm ready. Of course you will. And they're saying, I ran away because I got overwhelmed. Of course you did. But that doesn't mean when you return, it's going to be the same here, because during the silence, I was able to understand something about our connection. I was able to understand something about myself. And I feel like for some of you, this is going to be new energy. When this person comes back, things are going to change, and for the better. And it's not because they're changing, it's because you're changing. And for those that I've been talking to, you know who you are. You already know things are going to be different, right? Of course they are. They have to be. Eye contact is different. My tone is different. Because this is a spiritual connection. That's why. Like, I don't really have to do the most. You don't have to do anything. 4 of Cups here. Nope, 4 of Pentacles. I apologize. I thought it was a 4 of Cups. I was getting excited. I'm like, 4 of Cups? Nope, 4 of Pentacles. So they're watching you. 4 of Pentacles. They're watching you. They're waiting. You're waiting too. Waiting, watching, energy. And it's like they're replaying the past here. They're also, I don't know why they're comparing you to their past person too, but okay. For some of you, try not to show up so, try not to be so easily accessible. Try not to show up inconsistently. Try not to do that. I'm just going to put that out there for someone. Someone needed to hear that. Don't be so inconsistent with yourself, with your value. Don't give yourself so freely. Don't be so cheap. Don't put yourself on a clearance rack. Don't do that. Because this is not that type of connection. This type of connection is way too powerful for you to have a 50% tag, 50% off tag on your forehead. It's not that type of connection. It really isn't. I mean, no connection should be that way, but this isn't like that. This is growth, past life energy. We've done this before, right? If we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. That's the vibe here. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. This person's still watching you. I don't know why this person's like still in this like watching space here as well. It's like they're constantly watching you. And they're asking themselves, like, what else do I need to give to this connection? I love this energy because when someone like, and whether you speak to them tomorrow, whether you speak to them next week, like I'm getting this like message of like when they come back in, they come back in with this new energy and it's like a clean slate. And they show up and they're like saying subconsciously, okay? They're saying, okay, show me how to treat you. Just show me. Like, who are you now? Especially if you haven't spoken to them in a while. Especially if you've been especially if you've been in the space of like evolving, transforming. Like they show up, whether it's a call, a text, or you're meeting up with them. It's like the minute that they connect with you, and I don't care what happened last month, last week. The minute they connect with you, it's like they look at you and they're like, okay, what are you going to accept from me? And this is not a conversation like this is what I'm accepting. This is not what I'm accepting. It's an energy thing. And you're showing up with an energy and it's like literally powerful of we're doing this the right way this time. And it's not, again, it's not something you're announcing. You're not saying it. You're not going to say, oh, we're going to do things differently now. No, it's, hi, nice to meet you. I'm whatever, right? And from there, they're like, oh, wow, like I like this vibe. And it goes from a place of, I'm not entertaining long phone calls without some sort of consistency. Like I'm not selling myself short anymore. That's the energy. And they will feel it. And this person will be open to adapting to it. I promise you. Look at the Six of Wands. They're like, let's do it. They're like, let's do it. I'm following your lead. So make sure you're leading properly when this person shows up. It doesn't matter what happened, right? But again, this is for those that are wanting this connection to move forward. And if you need help, I am here for it. You know, I love doing this. I'm here for it. Link is in the comment section. How do I show up? How do I show up differently? How do I put my energy into a place, whether it's eye contact at work, whether it's, you know, just having a fluent conversation with them? What have I been doing? I'll tell you. You don't need to tell me. What have I been doing? And how do I now show up differently? Why? Because this person is saying, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you. But if you show up with a 70% off tag on you, I'll treat you like that. I will. I don't mind treating you like that. You're always begging and calling and, you know, scared of losing me. Cool. I'll treat you the way you want me to treat you. The way you really want me to treat you, right? Because some of us will say one thing, but that person doesn't believe you. Nobody believes you, right? But this is, I don't know, this is different. This is like a different shift that I'm getting here. And I feel like this person wants to impress you too. It's like, I want to impress you. Like, I want you to smile. Like, I want you to want me too, though. It's like, give this person time to impress you. Like, I feel like this person feels like they're robbed from that. I'm hearing, could you let me impress you? Could you let me work for you? Could you let me like sweat a little bit for you? Could you let me like, you know, show up for you? Please. I want that. I feed off of that. I like that. Don't take that away from me. And there's like this apologetic energy that comes in. Like, I don't know. I feel like this person feels very remorseful. And I know some of you are like, no, they're not. Yes, they are. They are remorseful. They're remorseful for how they've shown up in the past, because what they're really feeling inside for you is not what they've been expressing, right? They've been fighting themselves, not you. They don't want to fight you. But they don't want you to submit. They don't want you to, you know, constantly accept their breadcrumbs. They don't want that. It's not attractive to them. They're not turned on by it, right? They don't really like it. Although they may not admit that, but you could see it in their eyes. They don't like it. right? Because that's not how they truly view you. They don't view you as somebody that's just constantly available. On the first ring, you're there. On the first come, you're there. There's no challenge. They like a challenge, okay? So Two of Cups energy here, mutual love, recognition, reunion, definitely reunion for sure, right? This is soul bond territory energy here. So no matter what happens, whatever, I don't know what happened between the two of you, but we're still connected. And we're going to give this another chance. We're going to do this again, but let's do it right. And look at how your ancestors are just clapping. Like, yay, you did it. You did it. Finally, you did it. Yay, yeah, you showed up for yourself. And that's what we're doing after these retrogrades, okay? I will talk to you soon. Have a beautiful one. I love you. If you're interested in a reading and you want to just get a better understanding of how to be this, that energy, okay? I mean, it's saying it right there, right? Either use your intuition or let spirit guide you. For some of us, we don't know how to do it, right? And that's why guidance is important. I will talk to you soon. Have a good
write. And I don't write because I have to. I do it because I deserve to move through life with clarity and also power. So this is where I pour my emotions. I reset my energy and I decide who I'm becoming with each page. And there's 77 pages with self-care, financial goals, soul desires. It's all inside. I made this journal for those who want to manifest from their heart. So yours is waiting below. Enjoy it. Enjoy every minute of this journal.